This is the first class actually. So from scratch, I am telling. We are discussing about Oracle applications. Slowly you can learn like what is Oracle applications, what is the use of it and all. So straight away I'm entering to the syllabus. Okay. The topic name here is order to cash cycle.
Okay.
Order to cash cycle, it's required for every manufacturing business actually. So let's say if you take company Dell. So Dell, what they will do is actually they will assemble everything. Like they will buy motherboard, keyboards from various countries or from various suppliers, and finally they will make a product of laptop. Okay, and how they will sell to the customers. So the whole process will be entered into Oracle applications. Let's say I am the customer now. Okay, for my institute, I require around 10 laptops for practical purposes. So student has to practice in this 10 laptops. So I am approaching Dell here. Dell people what they will do. So they will have their own employees. Those are all called as end users. There may be a managers. Whoever uses the application, that's called as an end user. Okay. Now, and sales representatives also are there. Sales reps. Sales reps will give the leads to the end users, and end users finally they will enter the information into the application. End users means employees of Dell, whoever uses the Oracle application software it is. So now initially what they will do, they will enter the information of order. That's called as an order entry. Okay. So order entry will be handled by the end users. You are a developer, but still you should know how to create a sales order, how to modify the sales order and all. So for creating a sales order, there is a responsibility. That's an order management responsibility. So if you look at here, the responsibilities will have some proper formatting here. So if you see here, there is a Oracle pricing manager is the module here. And then this is a sub module. If you look at here, Oracle order management super user. Super user means they will have all the privileges to execute it. And vision operations is the client here, US is the country. If you are working for Dell, you will have a Dell order management. If you are working for L&T, L&T order management. You can see like that in the company. So right now I'm selecting this order returns and then sales order. So this is the navigation to create a sales order. So we can create other ways also to create a sales order. This is the manual sales order. That's why I'm clicking on this. Your customer name. Then save. Or if you click on line items tab, it will generate an order number here. Click on line items. If you go back, say your system only given one number here. Every time you create sales order, it will give you one number here. Then go to line items. In one particular order, okay, you can order n number of items. So I'm ordering here mouse. So if it is not giving UOM or price, then you may need to give UOM price also for this. So how we can assign here is take this item, go to inventory, here items and master items, V1, F11 to retrieve the database data from the database. You have to press F11 here and then control F11. This is the way we can retrieve the data from this particular forms. F11 and control F11. So the commands are here is I'm just giving shortcuts over here. F11, that is to put into query mode, and control F11, that is to execute query from form it is. This is called as a form. Whatever you're seeing, this is called as a form actually. These are all predefined. Okay. Now this item must be available into an organization here, that is M1. So again, I'm pressing F11, M1. So right now it is not available here. That's why that is not populated unit of measurement. If you want to create a quantity for this mouse, there is another option here, that is transactions, miscellaneous transaction, and then miscellaneous receipt it is. So there are so many transaction types here. This many are there, like return to inventory, patent issue. These are all various transaction types are there, but right now only one we will take, that is miscellaneous receipt it is. Click on OK. Transaction lines. Whatever the item is there. Sub inventory. Every inventory will have sub inventories to track items, stores, damaged goods related, any electrical related like that. Right now stores it is. And then quantity. Right now poll is only available. I've just added. There is account here, miscellaneous transactions. You have to know the full form of all these segments. So this is called as a KFF. KFF stands for here is key flex field. This terminology is new for you, I know. This key flex fields will come from general ledger module. So KFF is a combination of segments here. There are around 30 segments available, but right now how many segments? Only few segments. 5 segments are there. If you want to change another company, like let's say Taiwan, you have to choose this. Okay, right now it is defaultly populated as a vision operations and all. Click on OK, then save. So this created stock or on-hand quantity, it will be available into a table. That's an MTL on-hand quantities. This is a table name, and it is expecting an inventory item ID. Inventory item ID is the primary key of item table. That's an MTL means material here. System items B, where your item number is stored into a column, that is segment 1. The column name is mouse. If you execute like this without a space, it will give you error like this. So you have to maintain a proper space between the select statements. So this is the inventory item ID, where inventory item ID is the primary key of this particular table. In this case, foreign key it is. There are 3 rows, but I require here sum of 3. I am summing it up. There is a column name. Column name here is, we can say, transaction quantity. Just check. Or you can press F4 here. You can see it's very easy. Just click on this. If you double click also, it will be copied automatically to the editor. So it's copied. So this is the 42 is the quantity. Same quantity if you want to see in the application, you can go to on-hand availability and then on-hand quantity. So here is a place you have to search with your mouse. Find availability 42. So this is the way. If you want to create a new item also, you can create like that. Items, master items. creating here new mouse. We can use any own terminology. It's a warehouse information here. So this item must be a shippable item. Someone has to order here. So that's why this checkbox is required here, the checkboxes. So instead of enabling manually all this, you have to inherit from a template. That is called as a purchase or finished goods. These are all we can use. Apply. Once you click on apply, you will be able to see all the attributes got enabled. And this item must be available into organization. That's organization assignment. If you want to use it in Germany, then you have to check this. Right now, I would like to use into Seattle manufacturing. The checkbox, save. Item you are creating at one place, but you are making it available to Korea, Japan, Mumbai, Kolkata, like that. These are all the different warehouses. This is called as a master item. Whatever you are creating, this is the master item, but we can make it available into various childs. These are all child organizations. That's why organization assignment is required. Otherwise, you need to maintain one item in Kolkata, other item in Secunderabad, like that. Okay. In each and every branch, we cannot maintain the different numbers. Only we will maintain a master place, and then we can use it into different detail places. Clear? So now how many records we can see into MTLC status B? Three records, right? The reason is we assign to three warehouses. These are all the warehouses IDs. 204, 911, 207 and all. Warehouses information is stored in other table. Table names are very important to retrieve the data. That warehouse information is ORG organization definitions, where organization ID is equivalent to 911. Let's say we require a name, column name, organization name, Vision Germany, correct? If it is 204, Vision operations. 207 is Seattle manufacturing. So your item is available in three warehouses right now, correct? What we can do, go to items. Your item name is new mouse. Go to tools. Where I need to go? Tools and organization assignment. In the organization assignment, if you look at here, your item is assigned to Vision Operations Germany, Seattle manufacturing. Three things. That's why three records are there here in your item. Okay. If you want to know the name, organization code is there here. Code. Like this. Okay. So all this table information we can verify into one website. The website here is ETRM, Electronic Technical Reference Manual. This is for us only they have given because we cannot remember n number of tables, n number of columns. It is a repository of tables, dictionary, your inventory. Click on this. Tables. MTL system items B. So this is the final table here. Okay. If you want to know the table information, click on this. You can see a primary key. How many columns are there here, like inventory item ID, organization ID. And to know the description of a table, you can click on this and you can read this here. See, can you read till here? Just read once, one or two times. Understood, right? MTL system items B is the definition table for items. This table holds the definition of inventory items, engineering items, purchasing items. You can specify item related information. These are all not required at this moment. These are all various modules. If you look at here in the application. So these are all I'm talking about. WIP, planning, working process, order management. These are all the information, bills of material. Inventory is hard for your manufacturing businesses. It will be integrated more than 20 modules. It's very, very important actually. So till now, how many points we have done here? One is before creating a sales order, we have created item creation. Second one is on-hand quantity creation. Third one is assign price to item. So this we haven't seen as of now. To see the price for particular item, to set up, you can go to copy the item first. Go to Oracle Pricing Manager. Global. There are two responsibilities here. Do not go to the purchasing. We have to go to global price list, setup, F11 to query the data. Your price list name is corporate. I'm taking here. Why corporate means I'll tell you like your item number. You are setting up price is here some value, let's say 4,000. This is the price I'm setting up for that particular mouse. Save. Okay. Now if you go to sales order window, order management, order returns, sales orders. See, if you look at here, corporate is automatically populated. These are all called as a defaulting rules. Terminology you need to know. Those are all called as a defaulting rules. Somewhere here you can see defaulting rules. If you go with the setup part here, setup rules defaulting. So this portion will be handled by the functional consultant. See, in a payment type, what has to be defaulted, or in receipt method, what has to be defaulted. These are all we can see here. To populate a default values, there is a defaulting rules are there. So right now, this is other value. Yeah, for order header, for price list, what is the value populating here? So it has to populate always. The order type is so and so, and what is the value? Okay. This functional consultant will look into it. See, the value is what it is. Defaulting rules value, that is corporate. So if you change other value, like corporate to some other value, let's say China standard, and if you click on save, The chain of standard value will go and save this value. Anyway, I'm not saving here. I don't want to disturb the existing values. Go to order returns and sales orders. So how this corporate value is coming? Because of defaulting rules. Okay. So that's a setup actually. Anyway, create now. Till now, 3 points we completed. One is item creation, on-hand quantity, assigning price list to the item. These three, are you okay? So what is the table name for item? MTL, material, system, items B. What are the primary keys of this particular table? There are two, right? One is item ID, other one is organization ID. Perfect. Only that information we need to learn. And MTL for on-hand quantities, MTL, on-hand quantities. This for this also I did not show you, but table names are QP list headers. To know the table name, it's very easy actually. Go to, let's say, okay, pricing only will see. Oracle Pricing Manager Global. Price list setup. Corporate. To know table name where exactly it is located, even line information is stored in other table, and this information is stored in other table. That is QP, quality pricing list headers. It's a view actually. If you go inside of it, just keeping here. To describe this view, what are its inside contents? F4 we have to use. Function 4. Select this. So the table name is what it is, QP list headers. TL for, there are various table extensions are there. TL for translatable language it is. And B for it is base. And if it is a V, that's a weave it is, like that. Table extension meanings are there. Weave, and then B for base table, TL for translatable language it is. And click on this F4. This is also a view here script. Just go inside of it. The table name here is QP list headers. Is it a table again? Is it a view? Yeah, it's a table. QP list headers, B it is. Okay. These are all I'm canceling. B I missed out. That is B for base table. In the same way, QP quality pricing list lines. So are you okay with the 3 points? So then next is order entry. Go to order management. Order returns. Sales orders. Customer actually in our example, here I took my institute name, right? But no, do not take that. Take existing one. Otherwise, you may miss some defaulted values. See, it is taking all the defaulted values. That is advantage for you. So if you take our institute name, you may miss some address, some values. Again, we have to create bill to, ship to, area code, last name, first. These are all time waste for you. That's why I'm advising you. Take an existing customer, whatever you feel good. Then go to others tab here. Right now your item is available into this warehouse. And these are all the terms and conditions. Go to line items. Your order item, new mouse, quantity, let's say 3 quantity. The moment you give a quantity, it will pick up a price. Do you remember the price which you give? Something, right? 4,000 change. Okay. Is that correct or something different we given? Okay. So whatever you have given over there, that only will come. If you want to modify also, you can modify. Not an issue. You can give your own. Okay. Save. So there are two levels here. One is header level and other level is line level. So addresses are not different here. You are build to ship to and go to help here record history and you can see a table OE order lines table and in the order information tab OE order headers. All we have to take always. Why all here is your system or your company will maintain Oracle applications for different operating units. One is in China, other one is Dubai and all. For every country, one software they cannot buy actually. So it is a centralized software. All the branches data we can see here. That is all table it is. OE order headers all means all operating unit where RGID is the identifier here. To know RGID, then there is option here. Help, diagnostics, custom code, and then personalize. This is a navigation. Help, diagnostics, custom code, and personalize. So here is the place. Sorry, I went to other window. Help, diagnostics, examine we can use. There you can use dollar profile dollar. Here is the place RGID 204 it is. If you are in other module or other operating unit, this RGID will be different here. Let's see, are there any other order management related? Vision services is different here. This is another operating unit it is. Click on this. Now how to identify RGID? Help, diagnostics, examine. Okay. Then what to choose here? Dollar, profiles dollar, then RGID. This is a 458. See, based on the RGID, you can retrieve the data. All RGID's data will be available in the underscore all table only. Okay, is equivalent to 204 like this. In 204, there is a 14,000 records are there. And what else it is? And 458. There is no single data here. Is that 458? Yeah, like that. Okay. So if you want to retrieve only OE order headers, RGID is equal to 204. It is not giving. If you don't use an underscore all table, we have to do an arrangement here to retrieve the data. That is begin and end. MO global, multi-R global it is. It's an API. Then set policy context. S for single. S must be a capital here. It's a case sensitive. Yes. And then you can click on this. Now it's giving the data. So whatever you activate here, that particular data only it will give here. That's called as a view it is. If you don't use underscore all, that has a view. So that is the reason why, like, make sure underscore all for better performance. Or if you want to maintain ARG specific data, definitely we have to use without underscore all. So if you want to retrieve without underscore all data, this piece of code we have to write. MO means multi-org global. We are initiating a policy context for a single organization. That organization value is 204 it is. Clear? That's about this. Without underscore all or with underscore all difference. So if you exit from this store, means that session is ended, right? Then again we have to initialize it. Then only we can get the data. Whatever you are setting up, this is for org specific only. See, right now it is not giving. We open a new session here. In the new session, again we have to initiate it. Click on this. Now we can retrieve it. That's giving the data. Clear? So the point which I mentioned here is underscore all is for all operating units. And the identifier is what it is, that is arg ID. Okay. To get the data from view. This is called as a multi-arg table. Multi-arg table it is. These are all terminology, don't get confused. Underscore V or whatever, that is called as a multi-arg view it is. So how to get the data from multi-arg views? We need to type it. Tell me how to type it. Between begin and end. It's a PLSQL package, that's why begin and end is required. So what is the API we have to call? Can you reply guys? MO global dot set policy context. So S for here, single operating unit. The other one is 204. So this is the way we have to execute this. Okay. Now order entry we already created. Only tables we have to discuss, that is OE order, headers on, and OE order lines columns. So that's all for today, guys. Like only 4 points we discussed here. These are all setups, and this is order entry navigations. And this additional point it is how to get the data from multi-arg views. So till now, if you have any questions, let me know. It's a beginning, right? You need to practice all this. That's why I'm closing in a 45 minutes only. Otherwise, I could have taken some more minutes extra. So any queries till now? Online? Deepali, did you get any questions?
Yeah. What is the difference between sub-inventory and inventory?
So inventory is the main one. And let's say if you take your house as an inventory, so your bedroom will be sub-inventory, your kitchen will be sub-inventory, like that it is. So you have to divide based on the need, like engineering items, damaged goods, and then like any returnable items. Sometimes actually we have to return some goods like in a damage, then we have to return it. That returnable items will keep into one area. That area is called as a sub-inventory.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other questions, Deepali?
And if I'm using my responsibility for this O2C cycle, so how will I set up the? We need to set up the buyer setup for that, or
Buyer is for, it will come under a purchase order responsible.
purchase order? Okay.
That will
So
come.
we don't need to set up anything for that. We can use directly for this responsibility.
We have to use it, but that comes under P2P. So what you have to do to set up a buyer, you can go to application.
For P2P only, not the O2C. We don't need the O2C.
Yeah, O2C, see here, buyer concept will not come here. In P2P only buyer will come. Okay. Anyway, we'll cover maybe after 3 days we'll cover. If you want, then I can show you right away. You want it?
No, yeah, no, I don't want now because PO, yeah, when I tried in PO, so I set it up the buyer, but in O2C cycle, I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I need to set up here also.
Yeah, here not required. Here it is an seller it is.
Okay, so directly I can use it.
Yeah, in P2P, we'll buy the goods, but in O2C, we'll sell the goods.
Okay.
Business
Okay.
is different. Any other?
So one more time, I'll see your video. Then I have more
Yeah.
questions for
Watch,
that. Yeah.
minimum you have to watch 5 times. Then only you can remember all this terminology and the sequence and all.
Yeah.
One time, two
Yeah.
time, you will not get a subject. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
How about others, guys? Chiraswita? Mrityunjaya?
Yeah, it's clear. It's clear. I will practice. If any doubt is there, I will let you.
Okay.
For practice, vision instance, do I need to
I'll give
use?
you a number, you just approach him, okay?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
The rental basis, take for 1 month, that's enough.
Okay.
Any doubts, Priyatam, Mrityunjaya?
No, sir. Till now, no issues, sir.
Okay, please practice today, so I can cover the rest of the topic tomorrow, okay?
Sure, sir.
Do you have any doubts, guys?
No, sir.
So I'm creating a fresh playlist, okay? Because this is the first class, right? With a different date, I'll share the new URL for you, YouTube URL.